Hello and welcome, all of you wonderful, wonderful people. I'm Victoria. Welcome to my channel. And today's pick a card is super exciting. Double pick a card, not just your regular pick a card. We are going to have not just these three groups, we have three more that will come right after you finish watching your first half of this video. So what will happen to you in 2024? Here you will be picking what will happen in the first half of 2024 for you. And after you're done with that, you can move on to then pick from the other three piles that I will have for you to what's going to happen at the end of 2024 for you. So yeah, super exciting. I feel like it's gonna be much more interesting and interactive, where you can pick and choose more than usual, because obviously, I can get the energies of what's gonna happen to you in the year, but this way you get to pick even more. So yeah, if you enjoyed this, let me know in the comments if you want me to do any more kind of double pick a cards or anything like that. Let me know in the comments below. Anyway, let me introduce you to the groups. Of course, we have group number 1 here with this cute little Shivalingam crystal. Group number 2 with this red aventurine. And group 3 with the beautiful flower agate. Yes, so take your time and pick your group, and then you can move on to your part of the video. And after that, you can pick another group and move on again. Exciting. Anyway, I'll let you decide and then move on to group 1. Hello, group 1. You guys picked the Shivalingam, and I'm actually not surprised that I felt drawn to put this stone in this group. Looking at your cards, you got two queens, the Queen of Pentacles and the Queen of Cups, which shows me that you'll really be tapping into your feminine side at the first half of 2024. So that will be January to around June. Yeah, I really feel like you'll definitely be more sensitive in a way, but also just warm and open. I feel like there's an opening to you in your heart, but also a softening and a particular glow. I feel like you might start being drawn to I'm hearing redecorating and making your home feel more homey and making it feel warmer and nicer to live in. But also when it comes to your appearance as well, you might start feeling like you want a bit of a change and you want to feel either more mature in the way that you dress or look, or more feminine in a way. It doesn't matter what gender you are. But really you want to express yourself and what you have within. And for some, there could be some connection with children. I don't know about necessarily having children or getting pregnant, but maybe working with children, or if you yourself already have children or grandchildren, then spending more time with them and really teaching them your ways, I guess. With the Queen of Pentacles, there's also a feeling of independence, more financial independence. It doesn't necessarily mean that you'll be fully and financially independent if you aren't right now, but you'll be feeling much more like that. More like you have an understanding that you are doing your duty, whatever your duty is. And it doesn't matter if you're fully financially independent yet. It just feels right. It feels like you are putting in energy and you're receiving what do you need to receive. Yeah, so it's a really beautiful energy that you'll be having during this first half. We also have the Six of Swords here. So I can see for some of you that might mean travel. So traveling somewhere, moving, since I was saying redecorating, some of you could end up moving during this time and completely redecorate that place. or just traveling around somewhere. It doesn't have to be far, it doesn't even have to be near. Everyone likes traveling to different places, but there's definitely places that you might feel drawn to. Even if it's not like a big trip, like literally, it could be a 30-minute trip, but it's still a trip for you if it's somewhere you don't usually go. And it will be somewhere that you'll feel very drawn to. And I feel like you will be drawn to more relaxing places where you feel more at ease. And part of that is because with the Seven of Wands, you might have a lot on your plate during this time. There might be a lot to do. So you're doing all of this, like, I guess, work on yourself, kind of like building yourself and your self-confidence up. But at the same time, you still have all of your other duties and maybe even traveling or moving or whatever. So it really feels like it will be a lot on your plate, and you'll really need to tap into that harmony, like tap into your like your safe space where you feel at ease and calm, and where nothing can make you rattled, because you're strong. That's what I feel, that you're very strong and resilient, and you can really accomplish so much. And I can sense that you're helping people as well in some kind of way. I'm not sure what kind of way. I think all of you have your own different ways of helping people, but I can sense that you will be helping and supporting others too. Let's see what other cards came out for you. We have the Thistle and the Clover. So with the Thistle, it might really be taking us back to literally what I just said. Where you'll be supporting others, but it might also come down to the fact that you'll be supported by them too. It really is nudging towards you finding that found family, either your soul family, soulmate, star family, or maybe even just your blood related family. But there will be people there to support you. So even though we're getting the Seven of Wands, where you have so much to do, I feel like you will have support. So you're not going to be alone. Maybe you'll be doing these things alone, but they'll be there to support you, at least emotionally or in some kind of way. Or like I was saying, if you're not fully financially independent, that support, can mean in that way they're supporting you, I guess. Someone is supporting you in some kind of way. And with the clover here, I mean, 4-leaf clover, always associated with good luck. So know that in the first half of 2024, you'll be blessed with lots of good luck. It feels like if you allow yourself to go there, to be guided and to just flow, I feel like you will witness a lot of miracles in your life. And the more you flow and the more you stop trying to go out of flow, I guess, or swimming on the other direction, the less you're gonna see these miracles. So allow yourself to go wherever you're guided, because this is definitely the energy that I'm feeling here. That's gonna be really strong. So the more you flow, the better things are just gonna be. You're just naturally gonna have good luck, and naturally good things will come to you and happen to you. So that's really amazing. Group 1, we're already starting off with, really good vibes. So I hope you're happy to hear that. We have, yes, I'm not gonna try to pronounce that name actually. Soul Flame card. Rediscover a lost part of yourself. Experience relationship harmony and healing. That is really interesting. I feel that the relationship harmony and healing is coming because you feel really rejuvenated and healed. It feels like you're starting off the year. I don't know if you've been working on this, on healing and purging, but it really feels like you're starting off just feeling fresh and feeling like you can really accomplish anything, and just loving. I feel a very strong sense of love from you towards everyone and everything. And that is going to affect naturally your relationships. So if you've had any problematic ones, then now is the time that they're going to be healed. You might notice maybe some people from your past coming back into your life. Doesn't mean they have to stay into your life, but at least to put closure for you and for them. Yeah, I feel like it will be important for you to dive into some of those previous relationships that maybe didn't leave off on the best foot. We also have Lord Shiva here. Transcendence. Rise up, honor your inner force. Steps are being given. Dance with the universe. It just really encouraging cards. Really telling you that, this is going to be a great year. 2024 is going to be a great year for you. So focus on feeling good. Focus on keeping the vibes high. I don't know. That's the kind of energy, like feeling I'm getting here, where, dance, have fun so that you can keep yourself in a high vibration, so that nothing can really bring you down. Whatever happens outside of you, outside of your field, it doesn't matter. It can't affect you, no matter how awful it is, because you are kind of living in your own bubble. That's how it should be, so that you can keep yourself in this kind of state, in this high state, and keep the momentum going and going and going. So beautiful. Honor yourself as well. Honor your body. I really feel that, like honoring your body. Like I was saying, I feel like you might want to start making some changes to how you look, and that might not just be buying new clothes and getting a haircut. It might also be honoring yourself in a way of maybe, dancing or doing some exercise, losing some weight, maybe feeding yourself better food, making sure that you're honoring your physical body, and honoring your emotional side too, though, and being able to dive into your emotions freely. I think that's really important too, because people a lot of times talk about honoring our physical bodies, because that's something we don't do very often, do we? In this age. But it's really also important to honor your emotions and how you feel, and dive into why do you feel that way, and express them as well. So yeah, there's just a lot. I really feel like it's all just really good things. Not to say that you're gonna have a perfect, 6 months. Like nothing bad will happen. That's not how the universe works. There's always ups and downs. But I can see that you have the power to get through any down with a positive, attitude, with a smile on your face. We also have Whispers of Mother Earth. Ooh, creativity, ideas, inspiration, artist, writer, channel. Oh, I'm not surprised this card is coming through, especially with the queens here. Just so much feminine energy, so much creative energy, so much flow, and yes, channeling. Basically I can see you being in the zone, whatever it is that you love doing. It doesn't have to be creative or artistic, of course, but whenever you're in the zone, that's when you're really channeling energy. That's when you're in that state of channeling. So get into that state as much as you can. If your passion is draw more. If your passion is, I don't know, gardening is coming through, go and plant, and take care of your plants, because when you're doing all of that, you're bringing through this energy, and you're channeling things through, and it's really keeping you elevated even more. And I can see that you will definitely have a lot of inspiration. Especially if you've been suffering from art block or just some kind of like block for whatever it is, you will definitely be released from that for sure. So rise up and honor yourself. And also something about Mother Earth as well, connecting with Mother Earth and connecting with, maybe that's why gardening came through, connecting with nature in some kind of way. Again, eating clean, eating a lot of light, which is vegetables and fruits, a lot of plants, literally eating off of the earth. I can really feel that for you guys. You're going to be more inspired to start doing that as well. The seeds of Mintaka, seeing potential, bringing consciousness to light. So like I was saying, eating a lot of light can lead to you having a much clearer mind, being a much clearer channel, being lighter, like your body itself becomes lighter, not just in kilograms or pounds or whatever, but also in vibrational and frequency sense. You'll become lighter, so you will have more clarity. And with that, you'll just start discovering so many more things, and you'll be discovering more about you and your emotions, why you have them, why certain things happen to you. It just really feels like some months of rediscovering yourself. Kind of, literally what this card says actually, rediscovering a lost part of yourself by diving deep. And part of how you will rediscover these is by being cleaner. Literally you being cleaner in a sense, like your energy being cleaner, maybe clearing your energy, doing clearing your chakras, meditations to clear yourself, cut cords, etc. All kinds of things like that to keep yourself cleaner and lighter, so that then you can have more clarity and discover more of yourself. And also maybe in that way also clean up your relationships as well. And if there's any loose ends anywhere, tying them up. It's a good time. It's a good start of the year. I'll tell you that. It sounds good to me. Loosen your grip. Coping mechanism, density, addiction, let God in. So it's time to get out of the density. Maybe in this year or even just your whole life, you've had trouble becoming lighter. And that's why this year it's really going to be your time to start getting lighter, start becoming literally light, like shining, because your frequency is rising, just like that of the planet and everyone else. And with that, some confusing times might come for you, where you might start feeling like you might want to go back to the past, because we're usually wired in the way of wanting to keep things the same. So when change starts coming, even if it's good, we start panicking sometimes. So allow yourself to let go and don't chase that feeling of being in control, because the reality is that we're never fully in control. Our higher selves might be in control, but we're not. And the more that we keep our, grip tightly closed, the more we're not allowing ourselves to flow. Like I was telling you, you need to flow as much as you can in these 6 months. There's a lot about water as well, so being around water will probably help you a lot. Swimming, even if it's in a pool, being in a water, in a bath, somewhere, doing things with water, really helpful for you. But yes, be careful of that. And going back to old addictions, be careful. It's possible. I just need to warn you, group 1. But I'm sure whatever happens, you will get back right up on top and persevere through everything. It's okay if sometimes we, get back into the dense part of ourselves and part of Earth, and it's okay if we get back to addiction sometimes, as long as we can again get through it and learn and, you know, stand in our power. Stand strong, because you are powerful. Be passionate about your vision and bring about positive change. So again, a lot about positive change, and especially I'm feeling it like bringing positive change to your life and yourself, your physical body, but you're also emotional, and also the mental, all of that. You will be clearing it all and bringing positive change to your life. So it's like a brand new fresh start. Such a beautiful time. And it makes sense with the Six of Swords as well. Like, it's like you're going in a different direction. Your mind is going in a different direction. Your thoughts are going in a different direction. The last card I have for you, group 1, is Fairy Revels. Your life can be joyful if you allow your faith to open the door that will make this happen. Remove the barrier and everything will be clear. So yeah, removing the barrier, just like seeing things clearly again, having clarity, removing that barrier. It's like all of the bad things that have happened to us and the bad things that we digested, ingested, all of them are clogging our brain and our mind and our eyes, but no longer is that gonna be a thing. It's like we're lifting that veil, opening that door, and seeing that good things are coming. And making these good things come. Literally opening the door and going through it so that we can get to the good things. You don't just have to think positive and dream about things. It's also about going out and doing things. Just sitting at home and telling yourself in the mirror, I'm beautiful, I'm healthy. It's not going to make you beautiful and healthy. It's going to help you with your mindset, but to be healthy and to feel more beautiful, I guess, you need to go out and do something that will help you feel like that. So yeah, group 1, that's all I have for you. Now you can move on to the next part of your reading. So move on to the part where you can pick your next card for the second half of 2024. See you soon. Bye. Hello, group 2. So 2024, what will happen in your first 6 months of 2024? You guys got the World, the Death, 3 of Pentacles, and 5 of Cups, and I can see that a big chapter is going to be closed during this time for you. Like, big chapter. Something is completely changing. You will feel like, either you'll feel like you need complete change, or the universe will just force you to change everything. Like maybe completely moving, since we got the World here, or completely leaving your job or field to go into something else, or leaving a relationship that you have been in, or someone that you've been friends with for a long time, or a few people. I feel like it's not just gonna be one thing, because when big shifts like this happen, a lot of things change. One especially big one, but many other smaller ones will follow, and maybe even big ones too. But I can see that you're gonna be supported throughout this whole time. You have people around you who love you, and whether you met them recently or you've known them your whole lives, well, they love you, whatever the case, and they're going to support you and work with you so that you can find your way again and start this new chapter again. I think this new chapter, since we have the 3 of Pentacles here, is definitely related to working with others, and especially if you've been very independent in the past, now is really time to work with others, to be more of a team player. Maybe starting a family for some of you. 5 of Cups, really we're escaping what we're not happy with anymore. There's things that you're not happy with, and that's part of why things are ending. Either you're ending them or the universe is ending them for you, because they're just not good for you anymore. and it's time to really work through things, especially if there's a lot of things in your life that you dislike. Now is going to be the time when you're going to start fixing all of that or making it better, starting to like life again, starting to love life again. Let's see what other cards came through. So we have the Rowan and the Oleander. So I'll touch on the Oleander first, actually. I feel that you're definitely being advised to be cautious during this time and not rush into things. And even with the Rowan, I can see that. The Rowan really reminds me of like tenacity. I don't know why. It's giving me that word is coming through. That you can get through it. Whatever happens, you can get through it. But it really feels like this is going to be a time that's much slower for you, that you should not be rushing anything. When something ends, for example, you leave someone you've been with for years. Do not rush into dating again. Do not go out and try to find someone new. If that happens, that person is going to be like your snake, your oleander. They're going to poison you. That's not going to be good for you. You need to take time and really analyze things. So these next 6 months, for you, it's going to be so important to be slower with decisions, to be analyzing, to be thinking things through, seeing if it's actually right for you, seeing if it's a good idea, whatever this is that you're thinking of. And I really feel like this is not going to be replaced. Whatever leaves your life is not going to be fully replaced by the end of these 6 months. And I think that's because this new chapter is for you to experience life without that. So if it's without a lover, experiencing life without a lover. If it's without a job, experiencing life without a job. Hopefully it's not about experiencing homeless life. But yes, it's definitely, it feels like that for sure. Like, I think some of you might start finding the replacement, let's say. But it really feels like you're supposed to be slow. You're supposed to start learning how to discern good from bad. Like some things can be deceiving, like the oleander. It looks so beautiful. You want to touch it, but if you touch it, you can get poisoned. And I feel like maybe that's what you've been doing for your, like in the past at least. Maybe I don't know if it's your whole life, but yeah, in the past, maybe you got burned a lot by people or things that just weren't really for you or weren't really good for you. And but they felt like they were supposed to be good for you, so now you're confused and you don't know if your judgment is really even there. But yeah, don't worry. Just allow yourself to be supported by the people who love you and respect you and care for you. And focus on doing things together with them. And again, do not jump into things like really quickly, because what I'm hearing is that your next choice after this leaves your life is going to be really important and will determine the timeline you end up on. And with the Rowan, I can also see that once this door is closed, you'll be greeted with a lot of creativity. It's like you're closing this door and you're opening a door that's full of creativity, full of fun. So you can have a lot of fun during this time. Enjoy a lot of things that you used to enjoy before this thing was in your life or this person. And really create things that you want to create. If you feel like you need more inspiration, like you're not creative enough, going out into nature, like the Rowan, really part of the message of it is go out into nature and be inspired by it. Stop looking at screens. Don't look at your phone. Just look at the plants. See if you know the names of any of them. If you don't, it's fine. But maybe you'll find that you know some of them. Look at if there's any animals around you. Bird watch. Some people like that. But yeah, I feel like it's really going to be important for you to be in nature, and there's something to learn from there. Like I said, the oleander looks beautiful, but it's poisonous. So it's kind of allowing nature to fill you with its wisdom. That's it. I got it, finally. Oh, we also have Hilarion. Divine healing. Honor your sensitivity and retreat to recharge and heal. Your light can support others. So exactly, after this door is closed, whatever this is going to be for you, everyone is going to have a different thing that's ending in their lives, obviously. It will be a very important time for you to really just relax and heal. Because whatever this is that's ended, I think it took a lot of your energy. And maybe even some of your health away, like your physical health literally made you ill or sick or something. So it's time to really heal yourself and recuperate, and don't feel bad about whether you're productive or not. Just focus on being the best version of yourself. Ooh, we also have White Ego, Ancestor Spirit. Connect to your lineage. A family wound or pattern can be healed now. That's really interesting. So continuing the healing here, it seems like it's really interesting, so different from group 1. Don't want to compare the two, but you guys are completely different. For you, this is going to be really a time of healing because maybe it's just your time to heal. It's just that time. You didn't have time before. Now you will be presented with a lot more time to heal. It's like if you don't do it yourself, the universe is going to force you to do it. So trust me, focus on healing, connect with your ancestors. There's most likely ancestral wounds of yours that need healing. I have a video on that actually, if you're interested in watching that. I'll try to link it here. But yes, healing that ancestral trauma and maybe even the relationships with your current family, mending those relationships if they need to be mended. Because even if they don't feel like they do, we still carry a lot of trauma, and there's always a lot to release. So yeah, it never ends. We have Sophia here. Divine plan, wisdom, intelligence within destiny. Yeah, it's your destiny. Like whatever this is that's leaving your life and opening these doors for you, it really was supposed to happen. It really feels like divine timing. Like this is your time to have this free time to heal. This is your time to heal these wounds. This is your time to work more with others, with your loved ones. And the more you follow that intelligence within and trust yourself and your intuition and your instincts, the easier it will be for you to clear all of this and to heal yourself and to find again that passion and that fun that maybe you've been missing. Group 2. What an interesting first half of 2024 for you. We also have Empathic Starseed, of course, and energetic sovereignty, absorbing what's not yours. So finally realizing where this trauma is coming from again, ancestral trauma. You're carrying a lot of it. We all are. Let's be real. We're all carrying ancestral trauma, and it's our job to heal it. And don't hate the ancestors for accumulating the trauma. because, it's like hating yourself, basically. Um, know that this is your job to do now, to clear away all of this and to start creating more boundaries, and then energetic boundaries, especially shielding yourself, learning how to shield yourself, learning how to clear your energy if you don't know how to already. It's going to be so important, and definitely daily practice of shielding. Shielding at least once, at least twice a day, honestly, for you guys, since this is going to be a big time for healing and for clearing and purging. But this is an amazing time. It might sound a bit not ideal, honestly, but it's the sign of something new. Once something leaves, once something, dies, a new thing is born. So you're in that process of shedding your skin, just like a snake. And that's a beautiful process. It might hurt, but then when you get out, you're so shiny and new and nice. So, and you're stronger and smarter and more intelligent and yeah, so different, but also the same. All paths lead home in our authority, intuition, and turn your gaze within. So just a lot of inner work, a lot of self-discovery. Maybe this thing that is going to leave your life has been something that maybe you labeled yourself as. If it was a job, maybe it's something that you thought you were going to do forever, or somewhere you thought you were going to be forever. If it was some person that you were with or even married to, you might have thought you're going to be together forever, but that's not always the case, and that's completely fine. It's time to rediscover yourself and maybe not even put any new labels on yourself. Just keep discovering more and more, because there's just so much. And starting to trust your intuition more as well, and realizing that inner part of you is there, your higher self is there, or however you want to call the higher self, subconscious higher self, whatever you want to call it, it's there. It's trying to guide you, and not using it and not following its guidance is like being like a half-wit, I guess, because you're literally not using half of yourself, or maybe more than half. So yeah, it's time to discover that part of yourself and start using it. We also have the violet flame. It's just so much of the same for you guys. It's so interesting. And I'm excited for you guys, because once this happens, you will be presented with a beautiful new start, and that most likely you will see what it's going to be in the next part of the reading. But let's not talk about that yet. We still have the violet flame here. Transmute all that is not love. So again, transmuting everything that is not serving you anymore, realizing what is good for you and what is not, and removing all of the poisons, all the toxins. If you drink alcohol, it's time to stop drinking. Sorry, if you love drinking, it's time to stop. If you eat a lot of junk food, it's time to stop. That's all toxic. And the same with people. If you are with a lot of toxic people, time to cut them off. If you are watching a lot of toxic media, time to stop doing that. And even just the people you talk to, or like the things you talk about. If you gossip a lot, again, that's like a toxin. And you don't have to keep it, let it poison you anymore. You can use the poison as a medicine. The snake poison can be lethal, but it can also be used for medicine. So do with that information what you will. The last card I have for you, group 2, is the Peony Fairy. You're dizzy from changing direction so many times. Do not look back with regret, but look forward with anticipation and joy. Exactly. Like I was saying, this time of your life, it will make you look back a lot. It's natural. Like when things are ending, we want to look back. We want to think, oh, it was so good at one point. How did it go so wrong? But the truth is that we should not be living in the past. We need to live in the moment, or at least look forward to the future, because good things are coming as long as we accept them. Anyway, group 2, I hope you enjoyed this. Now it's time for you to move on to the second part of your reading. Go on and pick your second pile for the last 6 months of 2024. See you soon. Hello, group 3. So 2024, the first 6 months, what will happen to you? You have the Moon, the Two of Pentacles, the Temperance, and the Knight of Wands. So we have 2 cards here that are really talking about balance, balancing things, and maybe having a lot to do, most likely here because of the Two of Pentacles. Like trying to balance maybe both sides of your life, maybe the spiritual one where you want to go deep and you want to do inner work, and also that part of you that really wants to go out there in the world and actually take action, do things, create things, be around people, have fun. So I really see that you will be balancing that these whole 6 months. So you'll definitely be able to take part in both sides of life, let's say, the spiritual part and the more, I guess, 3D part, where you'll be doing a lot. And yeah, I really feel like you will be focusing on balancing things in your life and maybe yourself as well, putting everything into balance. And I feel an excitement as well. Feels like an excitement for life, and it feels like you're discovering things because of this moon, like illusions are being dispelled, and the truth is being revealed to you. And because of that, you're getting so excited to start actually doing things and creating and telling people and just spreading awareness of these things as well. But also there's a balance of that. It feels like the balance of the lower and the higher chakras as well. Balance of that very animalistic side of you, and also that very high I guess, I don't know what to call it. Like this, let's say the spiritual, but it's not the spiritual that I mean, but high consciousness. That's very, very much in the mind and the head, and the area here is very much in the lower chakras, the root and the sacral. So yeah, I can see a big balance in that. Trying to balance all of that, trying to balance action with stillness, a lot of that. I'm really interested what other cards you got, so let's bring some more out. We have the mistletoe and the jasmine. So I was really going somewhere with that stillness. I think, yeah, that's going to be a big thing for you, trying to, especially at the start of the year, trying to find stillness and trying to be still, trying to keep your mind still, and without lots of thoughts rushing in. Trying to take your time to make decisions, and also to take your time whenever something happens to you. I have this feeling that I don't know if things will start happening to you particularly, like in your life. I don't want to say bad things, but things that you might feel are taking you out of balance. Or it will be you affected by what's happening in the world or the outside. I feel like there will be a lot of that. It's like you're being tested in a way, how you're going to react to things. And it's gonna be really important to take your time and not rush into arguments, not try to yell at people, or not even yell, but preach at them, but actually be the bigger person, walk away, think things through. Not to say that you're gonna be having arguments with anyone, but whatever happens, I feel that something that will be really important for you is having a clear head during these times, during big decisions, and during times when, maybe someone accidentally or not so accidentally harmed you or wronged you or said something that you maybe didn't like, or you just have different opinions and they're trying to argue their point. This is your time to really learn how to be the bigger person and how to walk away and not always put the last word in, or just, react in a more mature way. So I can really see you maturing in that way, like becoming more balanced in a sense where you know how to speak to certain people. So depending on your situation, you're gonna start learning how to interact with everyone. Like, you know how to react to this person, how to react to that person. And with the jasmine, that's really the one that's making me feel like it might not be the best situation for you, but it's about making it work. So it doesn't even have to necessarily be negative. It just might be that you just have a lot going on and you don't have enough time for everything and you're just trying your best to make things work, and that's it. Just know that things are gonna get better. Just focus on being balanced as much as you can, and things are going to naturally get better. Like maybe you'll be less busy in a few months, like in the rest of the year. Maybe you'll have the complete opposite of the first half in the second half. And you'll have so much free time you won't know what to do with it. But yes, focus on staying balanced and focus on not hating the lows or the bad things that happen to you, because that's all part of balance. You can't just have good things. You can't just have ups. You can't just have good days, Focus on learning from the lows and the bad days and try to transform them as well. It doesn't have to stay a bad day. Like if you wake up and things are just going wrong, it doesn't mean that it has to stay a bad day. If maybe what you used to do was be like, ah, damn it, now my whole day is ruined, and then you start yelling at everyone or being angry at everyone. Now it's gonna be a time when you'll learn how to react in a better way, again, more mature way, and just know that, and this is coming from a higher spiritual understanding as well. All of this, that's the feeling I'm getting, that you are gaining this because you're gaining a higher spiritual understanding. But yeah, now you'll be able to react in a different way. Like, okay, this happened, but it's okay. Maybe let's think about why it happened, or let's try to make the best of it. Things like this, just reacting more maturely, I guess. And I wanted to say with the jasmine, it reminded me here, getting this card, the Ganesh card, infinite abundance, that good things are going to come. Good things are there, like they're at the horizon. Maybe you can see them, maybe you can smell them. They're coming. It's just you have to be patient and believe and keep going, because obstacles are being removed and spiritual support and connections are increasing. So this is a very important part of your life when it comes to spirituality. You have the option to really dive deep into not just your emotions, but your spiritual side, and learn a lot more about the universe and about yourself. We also have Temple of the Rose, Ancient Power, Expression, Activation, and Scarlet Code. So yes, definitely a very spiritual time when it's not just learning more, it's being activated, and that's really forcing change into you. Like I said, you'll be definitely maturing. So this is all coming from that, from this ancient power that you have in you, from these codes that are within you. It's like you're coded to become this kind of person. And it's important for you to be this kind of person because of your role. I don't know what your role is or is going to be in the future, but it's important for you to be more, I'm struggling to find another word, but mature. But I also feel like mature is not the right word as well. But I hope you guys get what I mean. With this Temple of the Rose cards, it's really making me feel about like you really, I don't like saying you have the option, but you know, some people might decide not to go down that path, but most likely since you picked this group, you will start gaining an interest in ancient civilizations and how they thought back then, and like magic they practiced, I guess. Not magic per se, but like maybe alchemy, or actually magic, or whatever they the stories, interest in the stories as well, and the teachings of them. So you will be discovering a lot more from there, and that's what will help you really balance yourself and become this more mature person. We also have the bloom. Creation is realized, right time, harvest, and celebrate. So all of this work that you'll be doing will bring you a lot of benefits. It's like, I noticed that when I grow a lot, especially like spiritually, I guess, a lot of things just start coming to me much more easier. And I really take that as a sign that I'm on the right track, and you'll be getting that a lot. Basically rewards for being on the right track. And you'll see how the more you follow that, follow your higher self's advice, basically, you'll really just see, I don't know if there'll be miracles, like they might not feel like miracles to you, but you'll see the results will start coming. And following your passions and doing what you have to do doesn't even necessarily, yeah, there's definitely something about following your passions, but also doing what you need to do. Maybe juggling the passion with the thing that you have to do right now together so that you can get to where you need to be. Wait. So again, so you can get to where you need to be, you need to kind of wait to get there. I feel like there's something you guys are hoping for, and you will get there. It's just, it's not the time right now. The time right now for you is to keep growing internally, spiritually, and to keep doing whatever you're doing. Like, for example, if you have like a mundane job but you want to get out of it eventually, it's not time for that yet. It's time for you to grow during you working there. But things are definitely being woven, and you'll see how most likely in the second half of 2024 things are going to start completely changing. So yeah, I'm interested to hear actually which group you will pick. If you pick this group now, what will be your second group? We also got lifting the veil, questioning everything, anything unaligned must go. So yeah, you're gonna have like a big awakening. It's not even a question anymore. You guys are gonna have a big spiritual awakening or reawakening, and realizing so many things and learning so many things, and it's like opening, exactly, opening this veil and seeing the truth for what it is. Somehow things will be really revealed to you. And it's just a really exciting time, isn't it, Group 3? Cosmic Sapphire. Act with honor and integrity and speak your truth. I love this card, by the way. It's one of my favorites from this deck. Speaking your truth. During learning all of this, speaking your truth, but also living your truth. The throat chakra is not just about speaking, but it's about living in your truth. So sometimes you feel like, exactly, it's denying your higher self. Sorry, it's like I'm having a conversation in my head and I didn't fully disclose everything that was happening there. But yeah, it's like having a conversation with your higher self and you being like, no, I don't think I should go there. I'm a bit scared, or I don't know if that's the best path for me. And your higher self is telling you, what are you talking about? I know what the best path for you is. Just go there. And you're like, I don't know. That's not living your truth. Because we're always in a conversation with ourselves. Just like, if you ever found yourself talking to yourself, that's you having a conversation with yourself. Whether you're having a conversation with your human mind or with your higher self, that's another question. But we can always be in this we always have this connection with our higher self, and we can always converse with them. So having that conversation or having them tell us things and us not following them, it's not living in our truth. So obviously our throat chakra is getting stuck. We probably aren't telling anyone what we actually truly think and believe or need. So it's making things even worse. But now you guys will start actually living your truth. You'll start having these conversations with your higher self. You'll start taking their advice, and you'll start going really on that path. And with that, of course, you will feel that naturally it will be easier for you to express yourself to others, to express your needs, your wants, and it will just be much easier to maybe make friends as well. I'm hearing that. That's for someone out there. So yeah, that's such an exciting time for you guys. Feel like I'm getting the chills. We also have celestial angels. There are angels all around you, yet you still feel alone. Let them guide you to a place of peace. Yes, let them help you. Like I was saying, the conversation with your higher self is always there. Whether you have spirit guides or not, whether you have anyone else with you or not, your higher self is definitely there with you. And they're either like, oh my God, what is this person doing? I'm telling you one thing and you're doing another. Or they're like, yeah, good job, keep going. I'm loving what you're doing and where you're going. But they're always supportive, no matter whether you're following their advice or not. I think they're always loving and supportive. It's just that it's us that need to realize that they're there and need to acknowledge their presence and actually honor ourselves and honor them, because they're us. So honor yourself by listening to yourself and your higher self. Group 3, I hope you enjoyed this. Now it's time for you to move on to pick the second group. So what will happen in the second half of 2024 for you? I'll see you soon, Group 3. Hello again and welcome to the second half of 2024. Well, we're not there yet, but we're at least picking our group so we can see what will happen to us in the second half of 2024. So just to go with the other groups, since we had 3 there, this will be group 4, this will be group 5, and this will be group 6. So group 5 has this pyrite. Group 5 has the fluorite. And group 6, the smoky quartz. So yes, you know what to do. Pick your group and then move on to your part of the video so we can finish off this 2024 prediction video. Hello, group 4. So, the second half of 2024 for you. You got the Knight of Cups, Justice, the Nine of Cups, and the Ace of Wands. So, ooh, interesting. So, it really feels like maybe in the first half, you might have had like a patch where things could have been a bit rocky, or you just feel like you weren't doing things as much, like things that you love doing as much. So I can really see that balancing out in the second half, where you really start doing what you want to do and allowing yourself to be creative and romantic, just like the Knight of Cups, allowing yourself to flow and just do things that you love with love as well. And it really feels like you're doing all of this because the first half or something maybe just happened around that time that made you feel like you weren't doing enough for yourself. So now you're really gonna be doing a lot for yourself, or like you weren't expressing yourself enough. Maybe you didn't feel fulfilled enough, but now is the time. Now, I mean, in the second half of 2024 is the time when you'll really be able to tap into that, to really feel fulfilled, to really feel like you are doing what you love and you are able to make a living out of it, and you just have everything that you need. Who needs more when you're fulfilled and when you have, loved ones that love you and people you love, and who needs more than that? So it's the justice, the tipping of the scales, the balancing of the scales. If things were unbalanced for you in the first half, then they will be balanced in the second. And of course, if they were very balanced in the first half, the balancing act always continues. There's always something new to balance. You balance one thing out, and then a few more things go out of balance. So you're off to balance all those things out too. So yes, this is definitely going to be a time when you'll be focusing a lot more on how you're feeling and expressing and creating, most likely as well. Since we have the Ace of Wands here, it really feels like gaining a confidence. Maybe what happened at the start of the year filled you with confidence, or like you were maybe working on your self-confidence and you were able to build that up. So now you're confident in going forward to chase your dreams and finally do what you love doing and create what you love creating, or whatever it is that you want to do. And you finally feel fulfilled. You finally feel like, yes, I have everything set. Let's get this party started. I just feel a lot of excitement to start creating, start making things, start doing things. Really to take action. Take action, but guided by the heart, guided by love, by the intuition. Let's see what other cards came out for you. So we have the Bramble and Verbana. Interesting bunch here. So with the Bramble, there might be a situation here or in the past where you were left kind of feeling a bit defenseless, a bit like raw in a way, like someone hurt you and you just feel like the wound is still open. I don't know, it's kind of a feeling of nakedness, like someone discovered something about you that maybe you didn't want them to know about, or you showed some part of yourself to someone that you didn't really want to, and it really feels like you're just out in the open and having no protection. And during this second half is when you will be building that up. You'll be building yourself up, your protection up, and toughening your skin a bit more. If you're someone who's very sensitive and if someone tells you something, you instantly get triggered, I think that will start changing. You'll be able to really, I guess, take it more. You will still be a sensitive, I feel like you're just a sensitive soul, but you'll have that barrier there that will protect you. And I don't know if it's particularly by creating shields, or it's having an understanding that it doesn't really matter what anyone else says, it doesn't matter what anyone else thinks, because you're happy the way that you are. Because the reason you were getting hurt by people's words in the past and by their actions is because you weren't fully fulfilled with what you were doing. Ooh, this is a deep one. But now that you're actually going to be happy, nothing can really bring you down, because you're finally living, I guess, your best life. So nothing can bring you down, because you know that, whatever they say or do doesn't matter, and it's not true, or, it just can't affect you, because you're doing your best to live your best, I guess, life. And perfect to come out with the Verbana, because this is definitely a card that signifies peace and making peace with others. So it really it kind of reminds me actually of this dynamic here, where if you're a knight of love, someone who, doesn't fight with swords, you fight with love, literally with love, not even with words, with love. If someone tries to tell you, well, I don't like your clothes, you'll be like, well, thank you. I love them, and I like your clothes too. And just fill everything with love, because you feel so fulfilled and so good inside that you don't need to answer people in that kind of same energy way. Maybe in the past you were someone who would, mirror others. If they're mean to you, you're mean to them. If they do something to you, you do the same. But here, things are going to start changing. You're going to start realizing that has not been working out for you at all. People keep doing the same bad shit over and over to you. So finally, it's time to make a change and act just be good to everyone. Act the way you want them to act towards you. So spread love and spread your light as well. Spread peace. We also have I Remember, Soul Plan, Fated Life versus Destiny Life. Ooh, again, going back to that part where I was saying, it feels like finally you're able to feel more fulfilled. What you're doing is actually making you feel fulfilled. What you're doing is actually, coming from the heart. And that's you remembering what your destiny is, basically, why you came here and what you really want to do. You're starting to remember, you're starting to, move on towards that, and not just, be on, let's say, autopilot through life and just do what everyone else thinks is best for you. Instead, you're going to start doing what you think is best for you. And that is going to make you extremely happy. And that is why you'll be able to change how you deal with people as well. And not to say that you're going to be super soft or anything. You'll just respond with love. Lineage of the Rose, moved by the goddess, here for the so-called gather. So I see that really this is a very important time for you. You'll be meeting a lot of people that are important in your life during this time, during the end of 2024, the last 6 months. You'll be meeting a lot of important people. You'll be basically gathering this group, your soul family or your star family. You're starting to meet them. You're starting to communicate more with them. You're starting to grow together and grow some kind of community where everyone is prospering and everyone is raising their vibrations. Everyone is doing, following their destiny. It's because you've woken up and you're finally, finally so happy. and so content that you can get to this place. And it's so amazing. Group 4, which feels like this is going to be such a great time for you. I'm so happy for you, honestly. We have Joan of Arc here, voice of truth. Stand strong, focus on your purpose, release the fear of persecution, and speak your truth. I see. It's possible that some of you have the job to really spread the word, I guess, of love, the word of, I don't know, maybe spirituality or literally love. Maybe like this, like YouTube or something on social media, something teaching people in real life, doing something that is not normal, let's say, something avant-garde, let's say. Definitely, I can see that your calling is definitely something that people around you might not be super okay with, might feel like, oh, are you sure about that? Or, yeah, that sounds a bit weird. But it's finally your time to start shining. It's finally your time to stop being scared of what people will say about you. Again, going back to that bramble, you're building up that defense. Nothing can touch you. Because your defense, your wall, it's not a wall like, when you're protecting yourself and you're just scared, like, it's a wall of love. And it's a wall of fulfillment and content. And because of that, you understand that it doesn't matter. You can just speak your truth. So, yeah, it's truly an amazing time. Again, I'm super excited for you guys. I'm really curious actually what group that you all pick for the first half of 2024. So if you don't mind leaving in the comments and telling me what combination of groups you picked, I'm really curious. We also have Callie here, facing fear. Again, facing your fear, not being scared to be persecuted. Major spiritual changes are unfolding. This is your chance to soar. This is really your chance to soar. The more you feel this abundant energy, this fulfillment, this love, the more you can, pick up on this momentum and keep going, keep flying until, there's no end. Maybe, I guess, reaching source enlightenment. Until you reach enlightenment, you can keep flying. But yeah, I really feel that strongly. A lot of spiritual changes and a lot of courage is just going to be overflowing you within you. And you'll finally be really open with what you truly think, what you truly believe, and people are going to start listening to you. People will start listening, and this is why you've been preparing for so long. In some kind of way, you've been preparing, and this is why you'll need these defenses that you'll be building up so that you can, start going at it. Start going at it. I mean, be this knight of love and, don't fight for peace. Be peace. The Knight of Cups, he does not fight. He is peaceful. The freedom of truth. Ooh, there's a lot about communication. You guys, I don't know what you're doing or what you're gonna be doing, but it's gonna be a lot of communicating, a lot of sharing, and I'm really interested in what you're gonna be doing. Communicate honestly and be who you truly are. Be yourself. Live your truth. I mean, again, I think this came up in one of the other previous groups, but it's not just about speaking your truth. It's about living your truth as well. Following that higher self, following that guidance, and living in your truth. Once you live in your truth, you'll naturally speak your truth, and you'll naturally start attracting good things, attracting love, attracting miracles, and life just becomes so magical. New opportunities. Declutter your life and glimpse a magical doorway. If this reading wasn't amazing already, This card is making it even more amazing. Literally removing everything that doesn't belong anymore, and going through this portal, this door, opening this portal and freely going through it. Like I said, keep flying until you really reach enlightenment, I guess. Like, keep flying, reach all your dreams, see all you want to see, achieve all you want to achieve. There's something that I do sometimes, not fully intentionally, it doesn't matter. But I ask myself, well, what would my perfect evening be? And some people might go crazy and be like, yeah, I want to be in this country and be at the most expensive restaurant. But my wish is like super simple. Like, I just want to be at home and enjoy my evening. And I often get that realization that my wish is actually so simple, and when I fulfill it, it just boosts me in a particular way. So there's something here about your dreams and your wishes. Like, what are they really? Like, what would your perfect night tonight be? What would your perfect evening be? Be honest. If you're tired, of course, you'd probably love to just relax all evening. If you are feeling like you want excitement, yeah, maybe you want to go on a trip or do something exciting. But a lot of times, our dreams and our wishes can be more simple than we think. And once we start fulfilling those small ones, you'll see how, you start changing, and the big ones become fulfilled too. I hope that makes sense. The last card I have for you guys is the Cherry Blossom Fairy. Look after your life in the way you would care for a fruit tree. Allow others in to help and nourish you. So you don't have to do all of this alone. All of this speaking out and, facing your fears, it's not easy, and you don't have to do it alone. There's others out there, other people who love you and want to support you. I mean, I don't know what you think of me, but I would like to support you as well, at least with my words and with my energy. So I hope you know that, and I hope you feel supported from, I guess, what I tell you, because I don't know, I just feel like you're an amazing person. All of you watching, you're amazing people, and you shouldn't be scared of anything. You should face your fears and follow your destiny, fulfill your destiny. Yeah. I hope you guys enjoyed this. Let me know again in the comments which groups you picked and what you think about this. Are you excited? I hope you are. I am. Anyway, if you're interested in the personal reading, details and how you can contact me are down below. If you're interested in me doing any kind of video, if you have any suggestions, please let me know in the comments as well. And I hope you guys have a great day, and I hope I see you in my next video. Bye! Hello, Group 5. So, the second half of 2024, what will happen for you then? You got the Six of Swords, the Hanged Man, the Page of Swords, and the Fool. And what an interesting way to end the year, I guess. Well, it's the last 6 months, so it's not gonna be the end always. But yeah, this is definitely something some people would be expecting to happen, probably at the start of the year. But I do see a big beginning for you here, a beginning of liberation of the mind, and a beginning of enlightenment. Definitely, I can see you just growing and seeing everything in a different way. Something will trigger that within you. It could be you traveling, and with your travels and your journeys, you being exposed to different cultures and different things, and having a broader perspective and more open mind, and it really enlightening you. Honestly, enlightenment is the big word for you guys. And just the start of a new journey, a new way of thinking, a new way of living. I see you freeing yourself completely of everything that was holding you back in the past. In a way, it could be like like not exactly running away, but escaping the past, the falsehoods of the past, the things that were bringing you down in the past. Finally, you're seeing what was it that was not allowing you to grow in the way that you wanted to grow. And finally, you're also realizing why you weren't growing in the way that you wanted to grow. Maybe because it was not the way for you. Finally, it's so many realizations, so many things sparking inside you. And I can see that there's going to be brand new ideas. Maybe literally you wanting to move, you wanting to go somewhere, or go on some crazy trips across the world. Really searching, soul searching. I can feel that, soul searching, becoming a journeyman in some kind of sense. And you becoming a lot more open-minded. Really, open-mindedness. I feel like you're just gonna be so done with what happened to you in the past, and not necessarily in 2024 itself, but you'll just feel like there's no point to keep shackling myself where I am right now. I can release and I can flow and be free. Really, freedom and enlightenment are your big words. Let's see what other cards came out for you. We have the tulip and the cherry. Ooh, two of my favorite cards from this deck, and it's definitely because they're pink. As you can see, I love pink. But the tulip, really interesting. So yeah, I can see this in these cards too. Finally realizing that it's time to stop thinking about what others are thinking about you, I guess, and about their suggestions of what you should do with your life, because it's your life and not theirs. It's time to stop, accommodating for everyone else, because you're supposed to go on your journey. Like, for example, if you're a child who's going to be leaving for, flying the coop, I guess, maybe you might feel bad at one point, like, oh, my mom will be lonely. But even if she's lonely, what can you do? You have to go there. This is part of your journey. She'll be fine. She'll be sad. Maybe you'll be sad too. But you'll both find your own way and your own things that you need to be doing. So, it's escaping a lot of that, and not allowing others to tell you what you should do. Maybe that happened to you a lot in the past, or you were more of a people pleaser in the past. Now you're totally going to want to end that in the second half of 2024, and start this brand new, beautiful journey. And it feels like you are going to be given a lot of resources to do that as well. So you're not just going on this journey like randomly. The resources are all there. For example, if you do want to move, or you want to go on a big trip, you probably have enough money to do that. In the past, maybe you were thinking, oh, but I need to save, maybe to buy a house or to do this or that. But finally, you're realizing there's no point in that. I want to go. I need to go on this trip, so I'm leaving. Or I need to go move, so I'm leaving. Really, there's a big, just so much liberation and freedom, and like, finally, I'm free. Yeah, and it's a really exciting time for you. And maybe this will come with a lot of doors being closed for you, like closing doors on a lot of relationships from the past that you feel are no longer needed there, or just not communicating as much with them. You don't have to fully get them out of your life, but just allow them to do their own thing and you do your own thing. We also have the void and a new earth. So stop, embrace winter, great cosmic womb, and it's happening. Keep holding the vision. I feel like this is advice for even now, like telling you it's okay. Keep holding on to the vision, you know. It's coming. This liberation is coming. And even at the start here, it feels like oh, not at the start. Here, I guess at the start, yeah, with the hanged man. It is also a stopping point. Like the hanged man is just hanging there for some time. So for some time, you might feel a bit of a stagnation where you might feel like, okay, I need to stop and look through things, stop and reassess things and see where I want to go. And with that, you'll reach like a new, literally like a mini enlightenment where you'll have a more of an understanding and on where you should go. It's like finally learning how to communicate with my higher self. And now we can talk, and my higher self can tell me where to go and what to do, you know, what's best for me. Yeah, it's really experiencing all of that. Maybe you're gonna have some kind of event that's gonna trigger this too, like a very important meditation or like a clearing or something. You might go somewhere where this will just, it'll trigger this in you. A retreat, it will be different obviously for everyone. Could even just be a video you watch like randomly, but I feel like it's gonna be big for you, and you'll know that it's because of this, that everything is like the dominoes all fell. And a new earth, keep holding the vision. It feels like you finally starting to go on the path to the new earth where it's like shifting the timeline. Finally, you're ready to go to the higher timeline, to the timeline that you want to be on. And you know how to get there now too. Or you have more of an idea. You're still not fully sure maybe, but you have an idea of how to get there. We also have we are nature. Becoming grounded, embodiment, living in connection. So I was saying that there might be some event that will trigger this in you. For some of you, it definitely will be to do with going out into nature and actually connecting or doing something with plants. Maybe some of you are into plant medicine and using that, or just literally going next to a tree, meditating there for like an hour, maybe not even an hour. For different people, it will take different times, I guess. But really, I can feel that nature is going to be the big catalyst for you and the reason that you will start changing your mind and understanding things. Maybe some kind of plant out there has the ability to teach you, and again, it can be plant medicine, but it doesn't have to be. It can literally be, I know I've heard of people connecting with roses and learning from them, or just if you're more of a left brain person, learning about what happens to plants, you know, how they grow, and kind of seeing that in yourself and in humans, like how there's a seed and then it sprouts. And then in the end, yeah, the rose is beautiful, but then it dies. And like just like people, just like humans, you know, we're born, we grow up, then we die. And there's a lot more in between, of course, but there's just a lot to learn from nature, and not just plants, but animals as well. Cloak of wisdom. You already know the answer you seek. Trust what you know. So it's all within you. You're literally being told that now. It's all within you, and you'll be finding it out during the second half of 2024. It's really going to be a big part of your life. Just a big change for you, where it really feels like, in a way, you'll finally realize that there's no wrong answer. That's what's gonna liberate you. The knowledge that there's no wrong answer and no wrong choice. So you can choose to do whatever you want right now and you'll be fine. You'll be protected. Such a beautiful message. The Miriam, sacred vision. Choose to forgive in order to heal. See the light in all. Remember that love has no boundaries. I mean, this just comes with enlightenment, doesn't it? Forgiving the people from your past. You know, you might be escaping from some of them and not listening to them anymore, but still forgiving them and loving them for who they are, you know, because it's not their fault. It's no one's fault for how they act and are. It's just how they want to be, and we are also how we want to be. So why should we fault someone else for how they want to be if, you know, if we don't fault ourselves for how we are? I hope that makes sense. I mean, you don't want to be annoyed at yourself for being in a certain way, just like you don't want to be annoyed at someone else for being the same way. Although that happens too. I've seen it. But yes, I can definitely see you being more understanding towards people and more loving as well. And really, enlightenment. Again, enlightenment is the big word for you. And this all just comes from that and with that all together. And we also have listen to your heart, awaken psychic abilities, and tune into the infinite. Yes, I'm not surprised this is coming through. Again, I've said it now probably 1,000 times. Someone should count how many times I said enlightened and enlightenment. But yeah, it's just natural. Your spiritual abilities are going to grow and you'll start just experiencing a lot more. I'm hearing glitches in the matrix as well. And just synchronicities as well. And you'll finally realize it's not that you'll finally be able to connect and tap in. You'll finally realize that you can, because you were always able to, but you'll start connecting deeper with your higher self and with source, and gaining even more knowledge, wisdom, and enlightenment from there. Whew. And the last card I have for you is Fairy of the Mystic Forest. You have the power and aptitude to make your dreams come true. All you need now is commitment to make it happen. Yes, you have the power to make your dreams come true. Exactly. That is what you're going to be realizing fully in this last part of second half of 2024. You'll be realizing fully that how much power you really have. And you'll start using it to make the life that you want, because you can. And yeah, it's exciting. I hope you're excited. Whew, group 5, let me know in the comments which groups you picked from the first half and the second half. I'm interested to see which ones you picked, I guess, together. And are you excited for the new year? I sure am. I hope you are too. If you're interested in a personal reading, details of how you can contact me are down below. If you have any suggestions for future videos, please leave them in the comments. I love hearing from you. And also, I just hope you have a great day. Bye! Hello, group 6. So, what will happen to you in the last 6 months of 2024? You guys got the Page of Cups, the 6 of Pentacles, the 4 of Wands, and the 10 of Pentacles. So, what does that mean for you? Very interesting. I feel like this is definitely going to be a time where I can definitely see family. For some of you, spending time with family or building some kind of family, enjoying your time with family, having some weddings, parties, definitely someone wedding. Someone has a wedding to go to during this time. At least one of you is gonna have a wedding to go to. And if you already know that you're going to a wedding, please let me know, because I'm super curious if this is actually, coming through correctly. But some kind of party, or like a baptism, like a family event. And I can definitely see you enjoying your time there, even if it seems crazy to you right now. Like, me and my family and enjoyment? No, I don't see it that way. I think at this time you'll feel differently about it. Most likely because of what happened to you in the first half of 2024. But yeah, I can definitely see that. Like, there's some kind of events that are gonna be happening, and you enjoying just your time, spending time at home, enjoying time at home as well. I think that will be very important to you. I can see here with the Six of Pentacles, for some of you, you might be receiving, you might even be receiving some kind of money from somewhere somehow, or receiving things that you were supposed to receive. Yeah, interesting. Page of Cups here. Like I said, if you especially are thinking that there's no way you could have fun with your family, I can see that it's gonna start changing, and you'll start feeling differently towards them, or towards some particular people, or overall just about people. In the beginning here, July, I guess. You'll start feeling differently and start opening up more. I think there will be a realization coming to you as well, like, especially if it's to do with family. The realization might be something like, oh, I don't think my family is gonna be there forever. I should try to have fun and enjoy my time with them while I can. And also being open to loving them too. Even if they harmed you, or still somehow harm you with their words or something now, I think you'll have more compassion towards them as well, which is very, very interesting. The Page of Cups can mean opening up more to spirituality and your spiritual abilities too, psychic abilities, starting to open to that. But I really feel like it's here to say, to talk about relationships, and not necessarily new relationships. Maybe some of you are going to meet some new people, make some new friends, or, meet a new partner even. Oh, but I really feel like, I don't know, family is going to be very important. So if right now you're looking at your family and thinking, no, never, no thanks. I don't know, things might change. Group 6. Let's see what other cards you got here. So we have the Sickle and the Elder. Ooh, so with the Sickle, definitely reaping some kind of rewards. Like I was saying, maybe you'll get money from somewhere or something. Like some kind of reward. It may not even be a physical reward. It may be some other type of reward. Like, if you've been missing a lot of love in your life, that love will start coming back. If you've been working a lot on yourself and healing, that will naturally mean that you will start attracting better people to yourself now. With the Elder, I can also see that some kind of opportunity is really coming for you. And for some, this might literally mean like a job opportunity. But for some, I'm still so stuck on this family thing. I think it's an opportunity to bond more with your family, or to create a family, to start creating it somehow. Maybe some people might get dogs or pets. But yeah, I can really feel that like a special opportunity is coming to you, and it's something that it's possible for you to miss, yes, but if you stay open to things, you won't miss it. You'll take that opportunity and roll with it and do your best with it. Have as much fun as possible with it. Mm, let's see what other cards came out. There's something still about this Four of Wands. I don't know. It's bugging me in some way. I'm not sure why. Big picture thinking is reminding me that just reminded me, you're talking about family, but this might mean star family, not just the family, the human family. Yes, star family, coming into contact with other other star family members of yours that are here on Earth. I strongly feel that there's some, like, an actual connection. You either literally be visited by your star family, maybe in dreams, and they start talking to you, or in meditations, or it's literally people who are incarnated here and are part of your star family. That's a very big possibility. And spending time and enjoying time with them and getting closer and bonding with them. But again, for some of you, it's definitely blood-related family. Don't even, I'm sure for some of you, it's the blood-related one. But anyway, big picture thinking card is also interesting. Again, inspired ideas really reminds me also of the Page of Cups in a way, because it's like you're starting to open up and allow inspiration in. And finally, you're able to think differently, in a higher way, in a lighter way, and be more creative. If you're not usually a creative person, you're definitely going to start wanting to get more creative here during this time. And if you are a creative person, then I feel that you'll be finding opening a new door to your creativity, like a different kind of vision compared to the ones you had before. We also have Earth School here: life lessons, soul growth, study, and higher learning. So I don't know, I'm still taken back to that family family thing where, you start, for the ones dealing with actual blood related family, I think you're gonna start realizing that this, whatever happened with them and why, you dislike them so much, or just don't think that you can have fun with them, is all of this is happening because it's supposed to teach you something, and you're gonna start realizing that and learning more, like actually learning from mistakes. And good thing this card came out to remind me that I didn't even talk about the sickle. The other part of the meaning of it, which is not just reaping rewards, but also remembering what happened during the year and learning from mistakes. So remembering your whole life, not just the year, and learning from your mistakes. So if it's, for example, with your family, what are the mistakes that you made? Like mistakes. I don't want to call them mistakes, but let's continue, I guess. What could you have done better so that things could have gone differently? Or if you're having a conflict, what would you be able to say to make things go smoother? So yeah, it's learning things and growing and having more fun with it as well. Realizing that this drama, this family drama, or whatever's happening to you, it doesn't have to be all gloom and gloom. It can be more fun, like, oh, well, this person is telling me this, I should try my best to reply in the best way possible. And taking it more as a game, I think. That can make it much easier. Thinking of it as a game, like, what can be the best response to give here so that we have good relations. Just an example, I guess. But yes, I can see you learning a lot during this time. Oh, Sub Rosa. Yes, learning a lot. Learning and teaching. Not just, I guess, learning, but also teaching. Maybe starting to teach the people around you. And noticing things that are hidden in plain sight. That's really standing out to me. So again, with your life, with what happened to you, things are hidden in plain sight. Signs are hidden in plain sight. What is hidden in plain sight for you? you'll start realizing. There's this thing I remember about different birds symbolizing different stages of alchemy. And I remember that during different parts of my life, I kept seeing these birds, or I was living in places that are related to these birds. And I was like, oh my God, this is literally like talking about my life journey. And it was just there, a sign hidden in plain sight. So it's things like this, sometimes more metaphoric, I guess, but sometimes literal. Yeah, it will be interesting. It's a journey for you to go on to learn all of these things and uncover mysteries. So I hope you like uncovering mysteries. And we also have Kuan Yin, care and compassion. Choose to be loved. Do what is right for everyone involved and offer a helping hand. Again, I don't want to keep talking about the family, but or let's say it could be your found family, just people around you, like being more loving and compassionate. Like I said, this is a time when you're gonna start opening up your heart a lot more, and you'll start loving everyone more, treating everyone more with more love and respect and compassion, no matter how they speak to you and how they treat you, because this isn't you're not a mirror, you're not here to be a mirror for someone. Sometimes we are, but for the most part, we're not here to be a mirror for people. We're here to set an example for people of how to act. And that's why we're growing. That's why we're on our missions of healing and growth. We also have Odin, psychic insight. Your third eye is open, see the truth for what it is, and follow your intuition. So a lot about truth here, a lot about dispelling illusions and truth being revealed. So maybe that's going to be, for some of you, the opportunity, the special opportunity here from the elder. Being able to uncover all of these mysteries and this truth finally. And finally open up that mind of yours, not just the heart, but the mind as well. Open your third eye, see things for what they really are. See the people around you for what they really are. And yeah, it's really making me think, like, the people who hurt you, they're just hurting. And, when you see that, you can no longer hate them. You feel compassion for them. So that's part of it, I think, for you to learn. Open to abundance. Believe you deserve, accept plenty and prosperity. So again, going back to that, Six of Pentacles and sickle moment where there will be something coming towards you, like some kind of rewards. I mean, the more you grow and the more you learn, the more rewards you'll get. The more you open your heart and follow your intuition, the more rewards you'll get. It's just natural. What you will be doing is opening up more to this feeling of abundance, opening up more to love. Maybe part of you doesn't think you can have fun with your family. Sorry, I'm going back to that example, but you can use this example for whatever is happening in your life. But going back to that example with the family, maybe part of why you can't get along with them is just because you believe that you can't. But if you start believing that you can, and you start feeling compassion and love towards them, naturally things will start changing and you'll feel differently. So be open to abundance, not just physical and financial abundance, but all kinds of abundance. Love, happiness, abundance of everything that you need. Creative solutions. Again, throwback to the Page of Cups. Being more creative and the big picture thinking. Think outside the box, but view things outside the box. That's an interesting one as well. Like literally seeing someone else from a higher perspective too, not just yourself and the world. Like, look at the person who in front of you. Look at their lives. Look at why they are acting the way they're acting, and why they are the way they are. And don't judge them for it. Love them. Have compassion for them. There's a lot about people here. View things from a higher perspective and think more creatively. I guess you'll really open this part of you. And I don't know, I feel like it's gonna be an exciting time for you. I think you'll discover a lot, and you'll just have a lot of energy to create and to think of different things and to discover things. The last card I have for you guys is Autumn Ballet. Autumn leaves mean change is due. It will be exciting, but only if you allow it to happen. So everyone on the northern hemisphere, you know, the second half of 2024 obviously will contain the autumn in it. So literally talking about that time. So funny that it's coming out in this group. Change, yes, that change is completely a change within your heart and a change within your feelings, a change within how you treat yourself and treat others. And that can happen. Like I said, if you believe that you can get along with your family and you start loving them and having compassion for them, you'll easily get along with them and have a lot of fun with them. But if you keep not believing that you have an awful time with them, that they'll keep pestering you or saying mean things to you or arguing with you, well, of course it's gonna happen. It's about how you respond sometimes as well. So think about all of that, or don't, because there's still a few months until this point of your life. But yeah, group 6, I'm interested to hear what you picked, which groups you picked. So please let me know in the comments what combination of groups did you pick, and are you excited for the new year? I sure am. If you're interested in a personal reading, by the way, details of how you can contact me are down below. Anyway, I hope you have a great day, and I hope I see you in my next video. Bye!